Very warm greetings to all of you. In this video, I'm going to discuss about process costing, which is an important chapter of the course Cost Accounting. Let me introduce myself first. This is Dr. M. Abirami, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Sri Sharada College for Women, Autonomous, Salem. Learning objectives of this video is to know about the process costing, to understand the reason for preparing process costing, to know the features and significance and steps of process costing. The learning outcomes of this video is the students will understand the process costing after watching this video, and the students will be understanding also the reason for preparing the process costing, and they will be able to know the importance of it. Now, let me discuss about the meaning of process costing. It is an accounting method which is typically used by so many companies which normally produces in mass and very similar or identical products, that too in units of output. It's common in manufacturing industries where the cost of producing each unit of output are very similar, and it doesn't make sense to try to track cost for each individual units throughout the production process. For example, process costing is used by oil companies that produce millions of gallons of fuel, and by processed food companies that makes millions of identical packages of snacks. And also let me give a brief about process costing. Process costing is a form of operation costing used where the standardized, identical or homogeneous goods are manufactured. This costing method is used in industries like chemicals, textiles, steel, rubber, sugar, petrol, lubricant, any other lubricants, etc. Process costing is also used in assembling types of various industries. It is assumed in process costing that the average cost present the cost per unit. Now, let us discuss about features of process costing. So many features are involved in this process costing, which helps the industries to calculate the cost of production, and also helps in minimizing the cost of production. Normally, those industries which are manufacturing homogeneous product chooses the process costing, and they used to accumulate all the cost and then they get the cost per unit. Few important features are the plant is divided into a number of process cost, and they may have different departments for each function of manufacturing particular process. That is one of the special feature of this process costing. The finished products are uniform in all respects such as shape, size, weight, quality, design, color, or any other chemical components in such manner. The output of one process is the input of the next process. That is another important feature of this process costing. And it is possible to distinguish finished product while they are in the stage of processing. Cost flow of production and the cost incurred in the earlier process are transferred to the later process along with the output. The total cost of finished product in the last process is cumulative. The cost of any particular unit is the average cost of manufactured units over a period. Production of one article may give rise to two or more byproducts also. The occurrence of process losses, evaporation, like these are the examples for process losses, maybe evaporation, shrinkages, or any chemical reactions. This leads to the wastages. Sometimes this can earn also a scrap. The semi-finished products are expressed in terms of complete products. The production is accumulated and the reported by the process. Production process is predetermined and a definite sequence of production is followed. The unit of cost is the process under this method of costing. The production is continuous and on a large scale basis in anticipation of demand. The entire production is divided in clearly defined process and the number of units produced in a particular process are identical. Each process is treated as a separate cost department or a cost center. So these are the important features, and along with this diagram you can understand different losses are there are different types of losses which can be calculated. Cost control and analysis can be done. The continuous process is ensured in this feature, and the standard costing, clearly defined process, accuracy of the record, all these are the important features of this process costing. Let me also discuss about the significance of process costing. The process costing is particularly important in the oil, chemical, lubricant, textile, or food processing industries. Getting a handle on production cost enables these companies to set the right prices for their products and also determine whether the costs are tracking in line with projections. They can use process costing to analyze the cost of each step of the production and distribution process and use the information to identify the areas where they can reduce the cost. Now let me explain you about the steps involved in this process costing. The steps involved are analyzing the inventory flow, converting in process inventory to equivalent units, computing all applicable cost and calculate the cost per unit, allocating the cost to unit wise so that gives you the cumulative cost for the finished product. Such kind of steps are included in this process costing, and in general, as this image explains you, the record of inventories along with the value of the cost incurred in the inventories is the first and the basic step involved in calculation of the process costing. Then it comes conversion of inventories, which are inputs, can be while they are coming through the manufacturing process. The conversion of work in progress of inventory happens. Then they used to calculate the inventory cost in each different process. It could be process 1, 2, 3. So different process may go for calculation of inventory cost which is involved in a particular process. And the calculation of inventory as a whole, when it comes to the final process, the calculation of value of the inventory is taken into process. And finally, the calculation of cost per unit cost of the inventory is done. So these are the process generally, or the steps involved in the process costing. Now, I have given you the reference linkages in this video from where I have taken some images and the matters that we have discussed in this video. I thank you all for watching this and listening to my video. Thank you.